So I'm just kind of sitting around waiting for the time to go into work. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. So you guys know that I've changed from night shift to day shift, and I'm now in a cardiac unit, which is fine. It's been going great. Everybody's been so nice. But yesterday, I had this guy, and I used to work with him in the ER. He's a nurse, and the thing I hate about hospitals, I'm just gonna say it. The thing I hate about hospitals is is how everybody thinks they're above somebody else. So if you even feel like you're a little bit above somebody, like a tech can feel that they're above a housekeeper, nurse feels that they're above the techs, the doctors feel they're above the nurses and everybody else, and so on, and they just talk down to whoever they feel that they're above. So the doctors talk down to nurses, the nurses talk down to techs, the techs sometimes talk down to housekeepers. It's just the worst, and they love to tell you what your job is. That's your job. That's your job to do that. Like, that's not my job. I'm not supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it. Like, I'm not going to help. That's your job. It's so stupid. And that's one of the reasons why I want to get out of healthcare. One of the reasons why I decided I didn't want to be a nurse is because I don't want to be in that environment of entitlement or feeling like I'm above somebody else. It's stupid. And I try not to act that way. I don't know if I ever do without thinking, but I try not to. I know sometimes I do get upset, like if maybe I asked somebody that I needed some kind of supplies and they haven't brought it up, and I'm like, hey, like, where is it? Maybe, but I try not to. And so yesterday I worked with this guy in the ER, and he's been a jerk to me ever since we were in the ER. He's a nurse. And I remember one time I was sitting with a psych patient in the ER, and I was like, hey, I forgot my pen. Can I borrow one of your pens? He had like several in his pocket. And I was like, I just need it for like a second. And everybody at the hospital is like, so like, they're crazy about their pens because people take them and then they don't give them back. And they're like, no, that's my pen. Give me my pen back. And so this guy had several, and I was like, I just need it for a second just to write something down. And he was like, nope. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I can't tell if you're playing or not. And he's like, no, I'm not playing. You can't have it. And I'm like, okay, like, that's fine. And then later, I think he felt bad, and he kept trying to let me borrow his pen. And I was like, forget you, guy. Like, I don't need you. Like, get away from me. Like, I'll just deal. Like, I don't need your rude ass to come over here and apologize to me. And so now, I'm so lucky I work with him in the COU. And yesterday, we were giving out breakfast trays. And he comes over to me. He's like, hey, have you given out waters? Have you passed out waters? And I was like, no, I don't normally pass out waters because some people have to go to surgery or whatever. And I don't know who's going to go to surgery because I never get told anything. And so I don't want to give somebody something that they can't have. And he's like, I'll just do it. And I was like, hey, if you need me to do something, you can tell me. You don't have to be rude to me. And he's like, well, isn't it part of the patient care to pass out waters in the morning? And I'm like, I don't know. But if you tell me to do it in a nice way, if you ask me to do it, then I'll do it. But you don't have to be a jerk. And he just turned around and walked away. And then later he came back and he was like, I'm sorry. I was in a bad mood this morning. I didn't have a good morning. I'm sorry. And I'm like, that's all right, whatever. Because I was already upset with him. And I didn't want to hear his apologies. Then later I was like, you know what? I can't just be upset. I can't let this dumb shit, like, I can't let this dumb stuff just bother me all day. Like, that's all I want to be thinking about. I'm going to be upset just thinking about this dumb face, being a jerk to me. Like, I don't want to have a bad day. I don't want to, like, keep thinking about that. And so I was like, just calm down. Just calm down. I don't want to be upset about it. And so later on, I kind of calmed down and I was like, hey, like, come over here, and I set him down and I was like, hey, next time if you want to ask me to do something, like, you can ask me to do it and I'll do it. But you don't have to be rude to me. Like, you got to understand that I'm basically new. So if I don't know something, all you got to do is tell me. And then he was just like, I am so sorry. Like, I already said that I apologize. Like, I am very sorry. I was just in a bad mood. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I let it go. But I was like, sometimes when stuff like that kind of happens, we get so upset that we are just mad, and it ruins our whole day, right? It ruins our whole day, and we're just thinking about it constantly. And we just can't let it go, and now we're having a terrible day because of this one thing. But like, why do we want to, like, it's only ourselves making us upset. It's only like at that moment that part of my day had already passed, and I was still thinking about it. And so it wasn't the thing that was making me mad, it was myself making me mad. Just keep playing that scenario in my head constantly. So I was just thinking today, like, sometimes we just gotta brush things off, and like actually brush things off and be like, hey, like, kind of shut it down, fix the problem, and just walk away. Like don't let things bother you so much that they're gonna, like, bother you all day. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to ruin your day over something like that. And like, for me, I play things in my head over and over. Like, if I mess up or if I embarrass myself, I play that over and over in my head. I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, I'm so stupid. And I tell myself the worst things, right? I say the meanest things to myself, and it's not fair because everybody goes through something and everybody gets embarrassed somehow. It's just a matter of just playing it off. Or like, if somebody says something rude to me, I'll be like, why did they say that rude thing to me? Like, who do they think they are? I start just playing things in my head. I start telling, like, I can't let it go. I'll be like, do I look like somebody who is gonna just take it? Do they think that they're above me? Do they think that are they trying to flex their power over me? Are they trying to say, hey, you're a woman and I'm a guy, so I can tell you what to do? Like, I play all these things over and over in my head, and I can't feel better because of myself. So I don't know. I was just thinking about that today. Like, I'm glad that I was able to talk to myself and kind of calm myself down yesterday. And today I have to work with the same guy, and I hope that, our talk kind of fixes things and we can just be like, not be rude to me, and we can work together fine. But I told my bosses, like, this is what happened, and just so that we know that there's a problem here, and I've tried to fix it, so in case something else happens. And I didn't say it like that. I just said, you won't believe what happened earlier, but I fixed it, so it's good now. And so just so they know that there's something there, and that way when if I have to come back to them and be like, hey, can you help us fix this because it's not getting fixed, they'll know that there was a problem before and it's not something brand new that just happened out of nowhere. Yeah, but I'm trying to not let things bother me, because I've been, like, lately ever since my Bella passed away, I've been sad and kind of depressed and just in a bad, sad mood, and I'm trying to stay happy and not let things bother me. So we'll see how today goes. But yeah. All right, guys, I just wanted to have a little talk with you about that. It's just something stupid that happened yesterday, and I'm just hoping that today just goes well, and that I can just get over, like, just get through today and go home and not come back until next week. I think I have 7 days off this week. I don't come back till next Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. I don't come back till Wednesday next week. And that's if I don't pick up another day. I was gonna pick up Thursday of this week, but I'm just feeling like I just don't want to. I'm so tired. I didn't even want to get up this morning. But I think that's how everybody feels when they have to go to work. All right. I have nothing to complain about. I am so spoiled. I'm one of those, like, I feel like one of those spoiled brats that's like, I only work 2 days a week, but I don't want to work. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching and for listening to my problems. And don't forget to subscribe. I love every one of you who has subscribed. I have 50 subscribers now. I am so surprised. I am so happy with you guys. I'm so, like, I feel so blessed. But yeah, I love you. I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to me. All right. Bye.